Alright, so this is going to be a really quick, unedited look at BMX the Game. It's currently 3 hours before the game's release, and I got a copy early, like literally just now. The devs were nice enough to send me a copy for whatever reason, I'm not sure why, but still, thank you for that. And I thought I'd just kind of give a raw impressions video of what it's like so far, so that people can make kind of an informed decision on where this game is, the state of it, and a bunch of that stuff, because there's a lot of unknown quantities about this game, and kind of a lot of doubts about it, because this game's been in development for maybe 7 years, I guess. And yeah, it's come and gone, and we've kind of had no news for a long time, and then suddenly it got announced for release this week, and here it is suddenly. So is it any good? Does it run well? Actually, I did play this just before and tried recording it, but my OBS settings kind of made the game really slow, so the recording was no good. So I'm kind of doing this a second time, so it's not really a first look, it's kind of like a readjusted second look. I'll put the settings down to low and hopefully it records a bit better. If not, we'll kind of just take it for what it is. If the game starts jerking out and you can't see anything, I apologise. It's only happened with this, with Skater XL and Pipe and other things. I never have that problem, but it may be a sign that the game needs a bit of work. It has been running very slow for me. Anyway, I'll get into the game so we don't have to wait around. I just kind of want to make this quick and dirty and simple. I don't want to edit, I don't want to play around. I just want to get it up before the game's released, so I've got about 2 hours. Ooh. So yeah, I'll kind of show you what I've figured out so far. I should have my controller showing, and it's basically down and up to do bunny hops. I think if you hold the right button and do it, I can't remember, I'd have to look at the tutorial again. But here, as you can see, it runs pretty well. Like, no particular problems. It's not like the smoothest thing in the world, but still, it's usable. And this is the screen that it takes you to before it loads a city. I kind of want to play here because it runs a bit better. Wow. Yeah. Once we get into the city, because it'll just like move you there. Oh no, you have to press start to get there. So actually, yeah, I might play around on this bit because this runs way better than anything I got in the city. The city is really big. It's big anyway, but the actual playable part is cut off at the minute. So maybe only 10% of the map is available at this point. But even then, it's quite a lot, but it is quite bare bones. Obviously, I will show you after this. What else do I have to say? First impressions about the movement. Yeah, there's a definite delay in terms of when you do a stick movement and when it happens. I do a bunny up here and look at the controller. You maybe see like the time lag involved. It's weird. Oh. And yeah, and the other thing is, one thing that's different to Pipe is if any of the bike hits something, it doesn't cause an auto bail. One thing about the Pipe thing, if it's a frame or kind of, if it's not a locked in grind, it did have this habit of sending you flying off. I guess it's just the way the game was made to like detect bails and things like that, but this doesn't seem to have anything like that, for better or worse. So in that sense, you could probably do like sprocket stall type stuff if you can figure it out. God knows how you'd get that to work, but that type of thing is possible. Obviously, I'm kind of like somebody who likes to really dig into an engine and figure stuff out, so I'm going to kind of look at it from that perspective. I actually prefer this part to the city, if I'm being honest. After playing both, like, there's a lot more to do here. It's like a lot denser, and you can practice stuff, because I found some of the stuff in the city hard to find. Because of this viewpoint, it is a little bit... Anyway, yeah, I should probably move on. My first impressions, yeah, it's very heavy feeling and there's a bit of a delay, so it's kind of hard to judge stuff. And this camera, as far as I can tell... Oops, shit, I pressed start. Yeah, here we are. This is on low settings, which... I don't know, to be honest, I can't really tell much of a difference between the Ultra, which is what it set me on default, and this. I'm hoping this is coming through on OBS this time. I'll give you a quick viewing of these. As I had a look at this before, you basically hold A to pedal, mash it really hard to go fast. Control the direction. That stuff's pretty basic. Yeah, this was the thing. Hold RB and up to do like a... Yeah, that style of hop, and then after that it's just the regular, same as pipe. The longer you hold it down, the higher you go. And the same the opposite way as well. Bar spins, it's like a half circle motion. You go from down to up to do your bunny hop, and then do the spin. Do the half circle. The weird thing is you do the whole motion, and then after that it does the bunny hop and the trick. You've got like this delay, so you're kind of programming the trick in advance, if that makes sense. It's not like pipe where you're kind of doing it as it happens. There's not that instantaneous feel, which is weird. I'm not saying it's good or bad, it's just the way it is. I'm not sure if that's just intentional or... yeah. Tail whips, it's a half circle from the bottom. I haven't landed one of these yet, but to be honest I haven't really tried that hard. Animation seems okay, I guess. I don't know, we'll give it a go, because obviously after that trailer people are a bit suspicious about that. Tables are a quarter circle, they're pretty simple, you can do them both ways. Manuals, same as what you'd expect. Hold it halfway down, halfway up. Spins, left stick, left stick, turn it left or right. The weird thing is the camera goes extremely close when you get to the 180 point, so it's kind of hard to see where you're going. As far as I can tell, there's no way of like moving the camera away. I really want a bit more distance to be able to judge things. Hopefully something that could be changed by the mods, not mods, by the devs, or a mod would be useful in that case. Markers, this is a bit weird. You press twice, you have to press right and then up and down. It's not just an up or down like you see in any other game. It's like a two-step process for whatever reason. I'm not sure what up and down alone do. Grinds, I've never had much success with these so far, but to be fair I've only played for like 10 minutes. To be fair, there's no grind noises, so you kind of don't really have a sense of you doing a grind. There's no lock-in either. Oh, the other thing on the top right you'll notice is like a map. Okay, it's not there anymore, for whatever reason. I got rid of that because like, who cares about the map? Doesn't really make much sense anyway. And yeah, that's your tricks, controls. Yeah, pause it if you want to look at it. The weird thing is, the triggers are the brakes. And you're riding a brakeless bike. I'm not sure if there's brakes somewhere you can attach. I didn't really look into the customization stuff. I haven't looked at the construction. I looked at the replayer. It's a bit fiddly at the minute. But yeah, okay, map. As far as I can tell, you can kind of come about this far, I think. There's like this big red barrier. It's like Earth Defense Force. It's like this big hexagon red barrier that like gets put up. I don't know how far up this goes, but it's like this this little corner of the map. Everything else, I don't know how far the devs intend to go with this. Seeing as it's all here, presumably it's a spot. And there's bus stops to help you move around quicker. I went this side and there wasn't a lot there, to be honest, so I think I'll go up this time and see what happens. The other thing is, there's no like, what would you call it? Like a 180, a flat ground, like 180 out of stuff. Like a, when I did flat ground, I called it like a slider. But it's what you do in pipe, where you hold down like RB or LB and press X, and then you like do a smooth transition out of being fakey. There's none of that here. You kind of have to land most of the way there, and it kind of completes it for you. And yeah, in the few minutes I did play, I didn't get any good at this game, so don't expect me to do anything cool. Like, I guess it doesn't even register grinds, does it, as a trick? So it's just kind of, for better or for worse, it's free. You can probably make up your own weird grinds if you figure out a way to do them. It's just, the game's not really going to help. It's not going to lock you into stuff. Like doing this, I generally go over stuff instead of grind. Okay, let's save a marker. There's also a tiny bit of a delay when you load back into a marker, which, yeah, please devs, try and get that down to nothing. Especially when you're trying a trick a bunch of times. Having that there, I don't know. Anything that slows down the process when you're doing something over and over again is... Whoa, what the hell happened there? So yeah, this is the map. I'll maybe try and pedal around and show as much of it as possible, but there's a lot of... not a lot. A lot of not a lot. Great. Presumably this is kind of there so you can fill it in yourself. I know there's a lot of customization stuff, like you can put stuff in, make your own parks or whatever it is. Okay, let's see if we can figure out a grind. This might be too low. Jesus. The other thing, you can G-turn on the front wheel. Or not. Oh, what is that? Maybe I have to hold down the stick more or something. If you hold it down full, it'll drop you. You get a G-turn? No? Nope. Okay. I did get a G-turn the first time I tried. When you do a backwards manual, it doesn't like G-turn forwards. So that's one thing that's different to pipe. You're not going to be able to do those kind of like pivot tricks. Yeah. Just kind of enters the manual and turns really sharp in an unnatural way. Alright. Was that alright? Kind of 180? Nope. But then again, there was no mention of wall rides being a thing that you can do in this game. So, you know, it's fair enough that it's not there. Let's not be unreasonable with this. At the same time, like, I don't want to shit on this game or anything. Like, I'm not going to complain that a lot of stuff's not there, because I wasn't actually a backer of this game a long time ago. I was just planning on buying it, but they gifted it to me, so in a sense I'm playing it for free, which I at least want to make that useful for other people, because obviously not everybody has the financial freedom to just spend money on this game. And also, because this is before release, we don't actually know the price of the game. So I'll put it in the description what the price is. As of this point, 2 hours before release, we don't know the price of the game, which is an interesting little system. Like, has anybody ever seen a game, Jesus, where the price is unknown this late? Like, at the point of release you find out the price point, which seems suspicious. Like, I'm not saying I doubt the devs or anything like that, but you know, transparency is nice, especially given all the problems the game's had. I wasn't really part of any of that, so I don't really know what happened in this game. I know people have spent money on this and not heard anything for a long time, so there's a bit of doubt, suspicion, various... It looks like there's not a lot around here. I know, I don't want this video to end with like nothing. So yeah, at least with this you can kind of get a feel for what it's like. You've seen me try to do a bunch of stuff. Kind of wall ride these. Give me something. Give Give me something. Don't give me something. Yeah, like, the game's early. It's clearly, putting aside the fact that it's a work in progress and everything else, it's still, despite all this time, in a very early state. So if this game does end up costing a lot, I would be aware that it's not going to be a complete level, like maybe to the degree of that Skater XL or even BMX Pipe, to be honest. It feels earlier than that. There's still a lot of jankiness going on. There's not many tricks. There's the tables, manuals, bar spins, tail whips, and that's about it. And grinds as well. There's a lot of nothing around here, isn't there? I couldn't find the park that was in the videos before. It may be really close, I just wasn't able to find it. So yeah, if I don't find it in this video, I apologise. I have no idea where anything is, and the map didn't prove to be all that helpful in finding anything. So yeah, I don't really have much more to say. Again, I'm not going to be too negative. Let it be what it is. Kind of want to, if possible, help the devs, you know. Anybody who makes a game and tries to get it out there and does any of this stuff, obviously making a game is extremely difficult. I'm in no position to tell people how to make a game. I know nothing about game development. All I know is that it's extremely hard, and people tend to just assume that anything is possible and anything is nice and easy to do. Again, there are people that are mad because of the whole amount of time it's taken for this level. People will compare it to Pipe, and at this point Pipe is, well, more advanced. Obviously Streets will probably take that a bit further as well. Jesus Christ, I cannot grind anything. Yeah, I always either don't go high enough, or I just go over it completely. Okay, I'll quickly show the replayer as well, seeing as I did something. The other weird thing about this, okay, let's go from here. It's, nothing special at all, but we'll go with it. Here you have to hold Y, and then while Y is held down, you do all this keyframe stuff. It's not just done with as a single press, you have to be holding something at the same time, which is a bit inconvenient having to do this. LB and left, just move the clip start. Okay. We want to start here. Okay. The triggers move stuff about. Oh no, I don't want to save screenshot. I'm thinking of Skater XL. I've got to hold Y and down. Okay. This is the other thing that drives me crazy. You move the camera and you just want to like go forward a little bit more, or you put the next keyframe in. As soon as you press the trigger, it shoots you back. That's like one point I think I'd really like the devs to improve upon. This isn't going to be like a masterpiece, so we'll just get it over with. Give you a sense of how this works. Or at least try and make it look somewhat good, if that's possible. Okay. Yeah. That's a bit fiddly, a bit inconvenient. Okay. It's a very high nose manual, to be honest. Okay. Ugh. Alright, let's call it a day with that. See how it looks. Again, I apologise, it's a completely unedited video. I don't really have the time to do anything fancy with this. I don't know. How did that look? I was too busy talking. You know, it is what it is. Oh, and it loops for you. Hold start to save replay. Now you can shot the thumbnail for your replay. You can shoot a thumbnail. Fair enough. Let's go with that then. I guess it's back on the main menu where you can see all that stuff. Okay. One more thing before I stop. Construction menu. This I haven't looked at all, so I have no idea how any of this works. Piece movement. Maybe I should save this for another time. Okay. Select prop. Oh, there it is. See that like weird on the left side of the screen? Like, it reminds me of yeah, Earth Defense Force. You know, like when you go out of bounds, or like there's this weird edge of the universe type of thing. Okay, select prop. Is this a prop? I guess not. You know what? We'll deal with this some other time. Like, it's probably going to be a hot mess if I try and do that stuff. That we know this is the end of the map, so we can probably get a sense of the full scale. Yeah, there we go. EDM, EDM. Ooh, we found a playground. Sure, I can do absolutely nothing here. Yep. So where on the map are we? We're here. So it's kind of like this area of this. I don't know how far the devs are planning on making all of this. Clearly, if they're putting this whole map in, they're going to model the whole thing, maybe? Maybe not. It's hard to say at this point. And yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. I just wanted this to be like a first impression. I didn't really want to like have anything polished or try and make it look better than it is or anything like that. Okay. Do a 180 bar. Okay. Bar spin right, apparently. Whoa. That's the other thing. Yeah, I've got to remember there's a delay, so I kind of need to do it before I get to the curb. I guess it's a design choice. Like, I can't imagine this just being like lag. It's... Whoa. Oh shit, yeah. I'm doing it wrong. I landed my first tail whip. Fell on my face. Okay. Let's do it off a curb. Beginner level. 180. Nope. Hey, the bikes have physics. That's something. Maybe I could figure out how to like manual off of one of them. What is going on? Like, you can see what my sticks are doing. I'm trying to get this, like, obviously I'm not used to... Ooh, yeah. If you watch that again, you'll see there was a big delay. Like, I'm completely doing the movement, waiting, and then the action occurs. Which, it's a choice. Choices, people. I don't really understand like the on-off for that stuff. And I'm stuck. I guess I'm gonna call it. I died. Okay. Yeah, I don't really understand understand how this works. But I guess I want to be doing it the opposite way to what I'm spinning to make it look accurate, right? It's a trip. Yeah, I'm calling it a bet. So this is kind of my first view of this game. I'm going to spend a bit more time with it, see if I can figure some stuff out. Because I like to dig into these games, figure things out, weird bugs, weird tricks. There's maybe more in there that can be found, but final verdict is very early, it's very rough, it's hard to play, the frame rate's difficult, but it's a work in progress. If you're willing to pay for a work in progress and you want to play it like this, then by all means, but don't expect a lot from it at the minute. It is what it is, better or for worse, and I don't know. Thank you for the devs for letting me actually try this out at this stage, and I hope it gets better. I just want to, the more competition the better, the more things that are out there, like, it's better for both sides, for everybody involved to have competition, have a bunch of stuff going on, more games, more extreme sports things, keep the community going. It's all good in my book. Whether this is good or bad in the end, it doesn't really matter. It's here, is what it is, hopefully it improves, and yeah, that's about it. I'll be back probably very soon with another video on this, or I'll go back to pipe, I'm not sure yet, but we'll see how it goes. Right then, thank you and goodbye.